Real marketing is hard, and it's a truth that took me a while to understand and appreciate, and I want more gym owners to want a real marketing strategy, because if that decision is made and the steps that I'm about to show you are followed, and there's complete separation from you and every other free week or 6-week challenge gym out there that's just doing whatever they can to survive. When gyms apply to work with us, they're pretty confident that they're clear on what they want, but it's flawed. They say, Mike, I want people that live within a few miles of my location, that are serious about making a life change around fitness, and have the money to join our fitness studio. Yeah, no shit. Nothing in there is unique to you, and that's literally on every gym's wish list. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 4 marketing mistakes that gyms and fitness studio owners make, and then I'll tell you why they're mistakes and how to fix them so you don't have to worry about increasing your member count each month, every single month. Mistake number 1. Not understanding the actual purpose of marketing. So play this game with me. If I were to ask you, what is marketing's sole purpose, its only reason for existing, what would you say? I've asked this question from stage at least 6 times, and very rarely do I hear the correct answer right off the bat. I usually hear things like to get our name out, also known as brand awareness, to get more leads, to get more people in the door, to get more members. And not that any of those things are wrong at a micro level, but they're merely stepping stones or checkpoints to marketing's ultimate purpose, which is increase revenue. That's it. Why do you want to be known? To get more leads. Why do you want more leads? To get more people in the door. And why do you want more people in the door? To get more members. And of course, more members can contribute to more revenue, but there are other ways to increase revenue other than just getting more members. You can get members to spend more with you, whether it's through higher level programs or ancillary sales. And you can get members to stay with you longer, which compounds members instead of just replaces the ones that you lose with ones that you gain each month, which is a vicious cycle that creates an ever frustrating plateau hell that you do not want to live in. In previous trainings, I've talked about the 4 P's of marketing, and if you can learn to appreciate each one, not just the promotion one that most amateurs do, well, you'll make a lot more money and it'll be a hell of a lot easier. And if you want to watch that training for free, you can watch it on loudrumor.com/4PS. So if you want to improve your marketing strategy, be very clear of its ultimate purpose first, which is to increase revenue. That's it. If you tell your ad agency you just want more leads at a cheaper cost, you may get your wish. But if it means they've lowered the barrier to entry for those leads to opt in or increase the radius to 10 or 15 miles or weaken the targeting, well, what's the point? I'd rather pay $50 a lead for 20 real prospects than $5 per lead for a ton of names that I can't even get on the phone, or if I do, they don't even remember opting in. Mistake number 2, saying that you're different, but doing nothing different in marketing. Look, your gym may get better results than anyone else in town. You may have more incredible case studies than second place could ever dream of. You get the most beautiful studio, the most advanced equipment, best training style, best training staff, but nobody knows it, doesn't exist. So how do we differentiate? First, before anything else, decide who your actual target is. Too many people just copy the competition, but competition may have a very different demographic or target. And once you have that, build for them and only them. If you sell to everybody, you're selling to nobody. So who's your real ideal customer at your gym? Let's say it's moms in their mid-30s that work and care about being healthy for themselves and for their family. Rather than just offering a free week or a vanilla 6-week challenge that like 90% of gyms are doing and doesn't have any real connection with that 35-year-old healthy mom, create an ad that is appealing to specifically her. If you want to see an example of a high-performing Mother's Day ad, go to loudrumor.com/mom and I break it down there, and you'll be able to take the concepts from this ad and apply it to any other season or holiday. Stop running the same ads that everyone else is and then saying you're different. If everyone says that they're different, it pretty much makes all of them the same, doesn't it? So when they zig, you zag. Albert Einstein once said, the person who follows a crowd will usually go no further than the crowd, and the person who walks alone is likely to find himself in places that no one has ever seen. Mistake number 3, half-ass all your campaigns. When it comes to marketing, a promotion is only as good as its promoter. So when deciding to launch a promo or a campaign, don't kind of do it, you gotta go all in. After working with thousands of gyms globally, we've seen this following pattern way too often. So you got Gym A and Gym B. They'll both launch a very similar promo. Let's say it's a 30 days for a $30 campaign, just as an example. So Gym A goes all in, Gym B limps into the promo. What's that mean? Well, that means Gym A does an email blast a few times per week to remind their list. They send out text blasts once a week or so. Post in Facebook group, post all over social media several times per week. Put signs or banners up throughout the entire gym. Gets their front desk trained on talking about it when their members are in the lobby before and after sessions. Training instructors to make announcements before and after each session. Send direct mail about it to all members and prospects. Connect with local businesses and relationships on it. Apartment complexes in their area, flyer cars and neighboring lots, literally everything and anything possible to let everyone know this is what we're doing. It's awesome. There's a limited supply. Get in now. Gym B, on the other hand, well, they'll send out an email blast. Maybe they'll post on social once or twice. Maybe they'll run an ad on Facebook or Instagram or maybe Google. Sometimes employees will answer questions about the 1 or 2 signs in the lobby whenever members ask, and that's about it. That's not promoting. That's checking a box to say that you're marketing, but you're not. Which industry promotes better than anyone else? Cinema. When a new movie is coming out, there are commercials, there's ads on all platforms, tons of organic videos and images, leaks, interviews on TV, on radio, streaming platforms, podcasts, online shows. The stars are posting nonstop about it on their social media while on set, while promoting their event. The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Hart will have an IG story of them on The Tonight Show promoting the movie that they're in. They're literally double dipping promos. Why? Because the level in which they promote determines the outcome of how well the movie does. Simple as that. So when you're running a new promo in your gym, just ask yourself, if this was a movie that The Rock was in, would he promote it this way, or would he go much, much harder? And then do that. Mistake number 4, have little patience and do not optimize. The best marketer in the world will tell you no campaign is surefire. Too many businesses will see a campaign flop and then they call it a failure. But just because it didn't work doesn't mean that it can't work. It could just mean that it didn't work in the way in which you did it. Are there variables that could have been tweaked? Could we have promoted more on one platform than another? Could we have adjusted the verbiage or images? Was the timing right? Did we wait too long to start the promo or start way too soon? Also, did we give it enough time to collect enough data to make a reasonable decision on whether or not it was good? So I remember when I was 23, I was running a gym in Glendale, Arizona, and I decided to start hosting educational seminars around fitness and nutrition. So we invited people from all over town to come attend for free and asked them to bring friends. And we were aiming to get about 50 people at the seminar. 8 people showed up. 8. Right there, I could have called it a failure. Fortunately, I had a mentor ask me a simple question. Mike, if the guy down the street hosted the same seminar and he got 75 people to show up with the same resources and the same connections, what do you think he would have done differently? For me, that was a way better question than what could you have done differently? It got me to think about it in a more competitive way, and for someone like me, it worked. So I started rattling off things like, I would have recruited our top members to bring people. I would have had incentives. I would have had sponsors with food or drinks and on with all these different ideas. He then asked me to make a list of all that and then take the top 3 things that would have the highest impact and make sure that those are done. So I did that same exercise every month after each seminar. So we got about 40 people for the second seminar, and by the 6th seminar, we were using the entire basketball court at LA Fitness to fit 200 plus people. We booked around 80% of our attendees into free sessions and ended up closing about 40% of those into memberships. Point is, I was ready to call this idea a failure and draw up something completely different, but it was a winner all along. I just had to get the how right and be patient with the process. Marketing is all about trial and error. But don't underestimate the skills that you can develop along the way to make less errors and get to success faster. I still remember one of the best lessons I've ever been taught. Dumb people make mistakes and keep making them. Smart people make mistakes, learn from them, and don't make them again. Geniuses learn from other people's mistakes to avoid making them in the first place. And if you want to be in the room with hundreds of geniuses in the gym space that have made all the mistakes you could ever make for you so you don't have to make them, well then jump on a call with us to be part of our 360 program. In 2022 alone, average gym in 360 grew top-line revenue by over 89%, which is almost doubling business in a 12-month time span. And you can too. Go to loudrumor.com and we hope to see you there. Also, if you like this video and you want to see more, be sure to give it a like so we know it's providing value. And if you want us to make a video on something else, just use the comments below.
I'ma keep winning, winning. I'ma keep winning, winning. Ooh. I'ma keep winning, winning.